Thank you very much.
Very nice.
You know,
as a man who has no sense of style, you're looking very smart.
No sense of style, did you say?
I've got no sense of style.
Oh, right, sorry.
Well.
Oh, you'd be right anyway, to be honest. But,
Kindred spirits.
Thank you very much.
How are we? Have we had time off? Have we had any time off?
We have. We've taken some time off this time round.
And what do you do in your time off? That's what I want to know.
I can't remember.
Have you not got to the point where, you know, when rock bands get quite big, they decide to have hobbies?
Right.
Have you not got a hobby yet? You know, a big rock, like a rock star hobby. That's what I'm looking for. Rock star hobby. Got any rock star hobbies?
Lots of embarrassing ones.
Right.
Really? Like what?
Stamp collecting.
Yep, stamp collecting.
You see, no, look, here's the thing. I was thinking about this because always in a band there's usually one person who wants to drive fast cars, for instance, like racing car driver.
That'll be me and Richard.
Well, I had you down, Tom. Are you the...
Yep, I'm enough of a poser to want to do that. So, yes. Occasionally.
Convinced of your own immortality.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, these are the sort of things I'm thinking. I've got you down as the artist, Tim.
In my dreams, you know, I'm one of those people who goes out and buys, like I've got a silk screen printing set or whatever, and lots of watercolours. Every year I go out and buy I decide I'm going to be a particular kind of visual artist.
So I'm not that far off the money then.
Which one are you though? Really?
Yeah, none of them, because I buy the stuff and that for me is enough.
Right,
and just have a little rest.
Just purchasing.
Yeah.
I've got some marvellous charcoal. Yeah, ever going to do anything with it? No, not really. But I have got them though. That gets me halfway there.
Yeah, it's like when you do a revision timetable or a workout thing, joining the gym, exactly.
You see, Richard's laughing, but I've got him down as astrology. I don't know why.
I've got all these things. I've got a telescope, but I've never used it.
Hang on, is astrology star signs or is that astronomy?
Yeah,
which one's which?
Oh, actually, no. Astronomy is what I meant. Actually, astronomy. Yeah.
Well, neither.
No, neither of those.
No, I go rock climbing. Does that count?
Yeah, it does.
Kind of rock.
Yeah.
That's a good hobby. That's a proper hobby. I haven't got any. That's my problem.
The trouble is, if I do ever fall off the rock and snap all my legs off, I won't be so good at drumming.
All of them.
Where have you climbed? What sort of places do you climb?
Everest.
mainly in the UK, but a bit in France as well. While we were recording in Paris, actually, I hired a car and went climbing in a place called Fontainebleau, which is south of Paris, and it's really cool. It's just an amazing sort of forest full of rocks.
And what is it? Is it the challenge? Is it the what about it attracts you to climb?
You have to really concentrate on it. I think it's like anything that takes you away from everything else in your life completely. You just focus entirely on what you're doing, and it's the only exercise I get.
Right. And you're seriously telling me you don't worry about what the next B-side is going to be when you're halfway up a mountain?
If you do, you normally fall off.
Right, that's a good way of getting away from it all then. I like
Precisely.
So where do we pick up the Keane story? Possibly the O2 gig, I guess, is not a bad place to end one era, start another one, would it be? O2 in front of... and that's it, what is it, a year ago? No, was it a year or more?
It was July, wasn't it?
Is it really?
Yeah, I think it is. So it's a year ago. So a year ago in front of... How many people? Was it 20,000?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't know.
I think it was the biggest crowd that they'd had in there.
Yeah, because all the people...
At that point, anyway.
I think all the people that had their boxes there, the sort of executives sort of, I don't know, lent them to their mates or whatever, and they were all full, so it was really good.
It was really... it was, well, A, rammed, and B, really quite a celebration.
It was, yeah, because it was we'd done that show, we'd done an arena tour with that particular show, and we hadn't captured it on film, so that gig was... partly so that we could capture the show on film, and also, like you say, celebrate the end of the touring cycle, and it was great.
I was sitting next to, I imagine, amongst some of your relations. I mentioned this on the phone to Tom the other day.
If they were incredibly embarrassing, then you would have been.
The weird thing is, none of my family were able to go. And
really?
In fact, I don't know if my parents have managed to get to a show since, I don't know, probably around the Bull and Gate or something.
Well, they were washing their hair.
Yeah, they hate Keane.
This is such bad timing. Like the 20th time in a row.
Oh, actually, I've lost it. I don't know where it is.
But you see, that does get you out of the next thing, which is there was quite a lot of wedding reception dancing going on, wedding disco dancing.
On stage.
Throwing some moves. No, not on stage, amongst the audience. Also, I was sat next to Neil Hannon, who was there for about, 3 or 4 songs, and then he disappeared, and I thought, that's a bit rude. He's left after 4 songs. He's turned up, he's taken his foot, but obviously not not? Because for people who weren't there, you got Neil to take part in the actual show.
Yeah, he appeared and read a poem that the song "A Bad Dream" is inspired by, which was a great honour actually, because we're huge fans of the Divine Comedy, and he was really nervous actually. Well, they'd had a warm up, but doing it at the Point in Dublin shortly before, and he was kind of obviously cheered on by the Irish fans. So.
Were you nervous? Did you sleep the night before? Did you have nightmares?
Yeah, I slept terribly the night before that gig. I was nervous for that one. When it's filmed, everything changes. Like, I've completely forgot the words to "This Is the Last Time." I had no idea how it went. Must have sung it a few hundred times, but
It was a rarity though, because normally if we're filming a gig or any kind of thing where we're being filmed, we suddenly lose the ability to play or sing or do anything at all. And for once, for the first time ever, we actually played like pretty much our best gig ever.
Anyone who's seen us on TV will probably think that we're really uncool.
How would they come to
How
that?
wrong can you
Maybe.
be?
I think that sort of gets us to what will be the